Today we're going to be covering my foundation routine. If you want to see how I put on my foundation and you want to hear a quick review on the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation, stay tuned. So the first thing you have to do, no matter what else you do, is to wash your face. So I like to wash my face with the Trader Joe's Spa Face Wash. It basically has tea tree oil in it, which is a bacteria fighting oil. So I suffer from a lot of blemishes. So I like to actually put this on my face because it has, again, the tea tree. And it's good because it's not concentrated tea tree oil, which can really burn your face if you put it on too, what's that word? Laboriously? We'll just keep moving. And then after that, I tone my face. So I usually use this toner right here, the Thatcher's Witch Hazel. I basically get a cotton ball and douse it with this. This one has lemon in it, and it's an astringent. So again, it's helping suck out all of that bacteria. It's helping dry out some of that. Plus, this is starting to get up in there. So it's really good. I prefer the rose petal one. It just so happened that this is the one that I found in the store that day. So I keep this one here where I film, and then the rose petal one I have where I lay my head at night. Also, you can just go to the store and get some witch hazel from the 99-cent store. It's like the what I call like the Cheapy Choppy brand, but it works. It does have some alcohol in it, so you have to be a little bit careful. It's not that it's going to damage your skin. It might dry it out some. But that works too, and it basically just helps tone your face. So after you put it on, you'll feel that it's a bit stripped from all of the oils, and it's really just helping take out all of that dirt. It's a good indicator for me too. If I haven't washed my face very well, I'll get some of that residue on my cotton ball. So I'm just gonna apply that now.
Liberally.
Oh.
In large or generous amounts, in a way that is not precise or strictly literal. Loosely.
Okay, so just to correct myself from earlier, the word is liberally, not laboriously. But I kind of like my word better. You'll learn very quickly that I like to say some very strange words, and I can put them up right up here or right over here. So today's word is laboriously. My daughter is freaking out. So you let that dry onto your skin. You let that dry. And then you move on to moisturizer. Again, I am the queen of samples. Listen, I don't have it. It is too expensive, and the good stuff is even more expensive. Yes, you can use something that is less expensive and a little bit more frugal, but if I can get a sample of the expensive stuff, or if I can get a sample size of the expensive stuff, I'm gonna do it. So what I like to do is go into my favorite store ever, Kiehl's, I think it's called Kiehl's, and I get these small little sample size jump offs. And so like for example, this is a super multi-correcting cream. And it does a whole bunch of stuff. It has some acids in it, and it visibly lifts, firms, and retexturizes skin. So, you could put something like this on your skin. Or then they have the other one that's like your all day, everyday moisturizer. That's the one I usually use on my face, but I ran out of it. So let's look around to see what we have. Girl, I have everything. Okay, so let's see. I've got this Air Repair Complexion Boosting Moisturizer with, that hyaluronic. I'll get it together, y'all. Hyaluronic. I'll learn how to say this. So it has that acid, which basically boosts your skin. What does it say here? It doesn't really matter because it's a moisturizer, so you just want to make sure that you moisturize your face. Some more natural moisturizers. I'm trying to think of some. I can't think of any right now. In terms of moisturizing cream, put it on your fingertips or you put it on the palm of your hands, and then you rub it into your skin. Every thing that you put on your skin has a different technique. So you might want to pay attention to that. You don't want to mess around with the eyes a lot, because that's where you get the wrinkles. To be honest with you, when I started to use moisturizer, like when I was younger, I never touched my skin. Like I would just wash my face in the morning. I didn't really use moisturizer a lot. And then I used to watch NBC, and Tamara Hall, this is when Tamara Hall had actually taken over the morning broadcast before the whole shady shenanigans happened and she had to leave. But she was explaining, like, she really never used to use moisturizer either. And then one day they explained to her, like, yeah, you need to moisturize your skin. And so then it became like a real routine. And I don't know if you've ever seen Tamara Hall, but her skin is like amazing with or without makeup. So I made an initiative to really start moisturizing my skin and really working on the skincare, because skincare is what makes your foundation look so much more flawless. I'm still working on what works best for my skin, and it depends on where I'm at. If I'm really stressed, then my skin might be more problematic. If I'm less stressed, then it might not be. When I gave birth, I had great skin. When I was pregnant, I had different skin. So, you know, it all depends on what's happening in your life and how. If it's hot outside, I need a different moisturizer. If it's cold and dry outside. So you look for the properties of the moisturizer and see what works best for you. And I am, again, the queen of just finding a sample size, because I know that it's not going to be for 365 days a year. And if you haven't been aware of it, you should. There is an expiration date on all of this stuff. So this, for example, has a 12 months expiration date, and it doesn't tell you when it was created. So, or when it was produced. So it's like, if you look at the back of the bottle or of the container, you'll see like a little, it's almost like a little open pot that's half open. And you'll see 12M, 6M. So, you know, you need to keep that in mind. And if I know I'm not going to use something like this for the next 6 months, then I'm not going to buy a full-size product. So make sure you keep onto your coin and pay attention to, you know, when it expires. Okay. So once I'm done with my moisturizer, of course, I move on to the Donna Marie, which is the serum. You've seen me apply this on my face several times. It's best to kind of let things settle into your face before you move on, but let's be real, not most of us have time to do all of that. So I kind of just put everything on together and pray for the best. So you apply like 2 or 3 drops of this, and you can just put it onto your fingertips, and you're supposed to press it onto your skin, but most of the time I end up kind of just like blending it in. So you can do this over or under your moisturizer. So today I'm just going to do it over. And you're thinking, she has oily skin. Why is she putting on so much oil? Why is she putting on so many products prior to her foundation? And it's because you need a layer between you and the foundation. You know, your skin is your skin, and ultimately that's the one that's supposed to look the best. Your bare skin. So I try to keep my bare skin protected with all of these fabulous products. So this is the Donna Marie, and I've been using this for some time now. I really love it. It's the Matcha Glow Serum, and it's good for dark spots and wrinkles. And again, you know, I don't care how young you are. If you're 19, 20, if you're 25 or 35, 48, 50, you should always keep in mind that wrinkles are real. Now, this is all steps that I take before I actually put on the foundation, okay? If you want your foundation to look the best, you're not going to just apply it onto your bare skin. It's just not going to look, it's not going to be to the best potential, okay? So the next thing I do is color correct, and I'm going to be using the Smashbox color corrector. It's really good. It's not too orangey, and I'm a little selective about when I use it because it is really good. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on anywhere that I have some sort of dark spots, and I have quite a few dark spots on my face. It is very difficult to cover all of this up, but we try our best. And you take whatever you want to use. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers. It really all depends on whatever your application is, and you blend that out. I like to use my little dupe for the Artis brush because I don't have the Artis brushes yet, but I will eventually get them. in the next 10 years. Once you're done with that, you move on to your foundation. And that's what we came for today, right? Just to see what a foundation routine looks like. I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. It's the newest foundation. It's supposed to be like skin. I have two colors, 440 and 470. And yes, I do not have the full-size bottles. I have the what? Samples. Because this is the life that I'm living right now. So 460 was an option as well. This is the tan colors. And 460 was an option, but it wasn't in store. I have a real love-hate relationship with my nearby Sephora because they never have anything on stock. So I figured I'd just use both colors and make my own. But we're going to test them out. So when I'm in the store, I try to go, and I'm trying on foundations, I try to go with a clean face. And what I'm going to do is just put it on my jawline so that I can see the transition between the foundation and my skin. So I'm gonna go with the 470 for today. So Marc Jacobs Shameless 24-hour foundation is not a full coverage foundation, but it is buildable to medium. So which is why when I placed it, you can still see some of my blemishes. And again, I have the sample size, so we will see how long that will stretch. I'm gonna be using the Perfect Face foundation brush by Assunta Sheriff. And if you don't know who she is the makeup artist for Taraji P. Henson, and she is doing amazing work. So I'm gonna just apply dots in the middle of my face and on my forehead, and then I'll blend that out. So you just apply dots and then you start to blend out. So this is one coat. Now I want to build this up to medium coverage. So I'm going to let this set on my face just a little longer. When I come back, my eyebrows will be done and we'll go on to the second coat just to build it up to medium a little bit. All right. So I'm going to dip in here again and we're just going to build it up to medium. But this is a good skin finish right now, right? So this is very good for everyday makeup. At least I believe. And it does give some decent coverage. And I'll use my Real Techniques to just bounce and really press this into the skin for long-lasting coverage. Although this is a 24-hour long wear, you know, you still have to help it a little bit. So I just press this into my skin. So that's my foundation routine, just the foundation alone. I have to say I really do like the way that this foundation looks. It makes me look somewhat natural, like this is my actual skin. Like I woke up like this, but I really didn't, but it does look like that. So that's just the foundation, but of course we gotta light it up a little bit. So we're gonna move on to concealer. So for concealer, I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. And so far so good on the market. This is on or about the best concealer so far. It like basically takes everything away and you look rest in peace. Okay, this is the color Tan Sand, and you blend that out with your beauty blender. You see, that shit is like, bitch, I've been sleeping forever. You then set that with a setting powder. I've been using a combination of 2 different setting powders lately, well rather 3, and I'll show you which ones they are right now. So it's my little trifecta right here. It's just because I originally started using the Laura Mercier and I really love that one. Then I heard about Sasha Cosmetics and I wanted to use it for my balm tutorial, and I really like that one too. But the Airspun Loose Powder so far is the one that I feel like gives me the most flawless coverage. I will say, however, the last time I used this, I kind of got some sort of, it wasn't an allergic reaction, but it was certainly some sort of reaction. And my eyes were really red. You can actually see it in the pictures that I took for that look. So, but I have used it. So again, I'm very finicky. Like I'm just one of those finicky people, like my skin is very sensitive. So it could very well be that it was just like a combination of things that day, because I have used it before and never had a reaction. But this time I used it and I was like sniffling, and you can actually hear my, like, I'm nasally already, and I got worse. So give or take how I'm feeling that day, I'll use either one of these three, or these three in combination. So I guess I'm gonna go with the Sasha, just to be absolutely 100% sure. And this is no flashback, so this is great for taking pictures or, you know, all that good stuff. So I'll dip it in. I'll go like this with my beauty blender and set that in. And then I go in with the Airspun and kind of go to the places that I didn't get a chance to touch. I think the issue with the Airspun for me is that it does have a perfume scent, and I'm just like one of those finicky people. So I think I smell that, and then like my nose just goes haywire. And then if I'm doing like heavy eyeshadow or just eyeshadow, sometimes I'll just go back in with the Laura Mercier, which is a translucent setting powder. Just put it underneath my eyes so it can catch some of the fallout. Yeah, so that's kind of like my trifecta when it comes to powder. So it's like powder on powder on powder. I'm going to go for a matte look today, so I'm not going to be doing any highlighting or anything like that, because again, I just want to showcase what my foundation is like. And today I'm going to be using the Around the World, say that 3 times, Around the World Cargo Cosmetics palette, and it looks like this. Whoop. So I'm going to use my MAC 224 brush, and I'm going to go into the color Shanghai and use that as my transition color. Then I'm going to go into the outer corner with the color Toronto, this color here. And I'm going to be using my MAC 217 brush. Then I'll go into the color Madrid, which is right next to Toronto, and just pack that onto the lid. Then in order to blend this out, I'm gonna use a clean blending brush and just try to blend some of this out. So again, I don't want any shimmer on this look, so what I'm gonna use to brighten up my inner corner is a like light, very pale color, and the palest I see right here is the color with no shimmer, is the color Rome, and it's right up here. See, you can barely see it on camera. And I'm going to use the brush that comes with the kit into the inner corner. So I'm going to go off camera and finish off the other eye, and then I'll move on to the rest of my face. Alright, so I'll be right back. So I lined my eyes a little bit, and now I'm just going to dust off whatever I have left on my face. What I kind of like to do is just dust it off a little bit with my mineralized skin finish. So it just brings some color back into my face. I haven't found anything that compares to this so far. It's the Tarte collaboration with Makeup by Shayla. I think it looks best on my skin. I am sure that there are probably other things out there, but right now this is kind of like a one-shot deal for me. I can put this on, I can make blush, I can do everything, just one whole face with this. So it's my go-to. I'm going to use the It Buffing Bronzing Brush. And for blush, I'm going to use whatever's on the palette. And what's the color of this? Oh, it's called Blush. It says Accentuate. I don't think that's the name, but I'm just going to use that as a blush as well. For lashes, I'm going to prime with the Voluminous base, and I'm going to put the color Noir for the Voluminous Feline mascara. I'm going to prep my lips with the Rimmel. And I'm going to be using the Kylie Lip Kit Brown Sugar. Lastly, your prime. This is going to dry. It's a matte lipstick. When your hair does not come out the way you expected it to. Oh, Lord. My hair is always a hot fucking skedaddle rickety rack mess. Okay, guys, so this is it. This is the look that I came up with. It's very monochromatic. And you know, this is like going out on a little date. Maybe you're going to BBQs with your man or something, or you're gonna have, I don't know, you're gonna just do something, but you look put together. And I love these monochromatic looks because for me, I feel like they make me look slightly younger. So the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation, it looks gorgeous on me right now. I mean, I love the way that it feels. And I know I have other products on top of it, but even just applying it, it felt very smooth, and it made my skin really look like, yeah, skin finish. I know I said the same thing about the NARS, but this one is a little bit, not more lightweight per se, but that I felt like it was the better match on my skin. So yeah, so that's my foundation routine. If you like what you see, please give it a big thumbs up and share and subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you can know when I'm putting up one of these fabulous ass videos. All right, guys, so that's it. I cannot leave you guys without saying be blessed and de-stress, girl. Bye.